Hello there everyone, so please bear in mind this is a startup channel. I'm looking to go really professional on this as soon as I can, but just give me the benefit of the doubt here. I will be putting out some high quality content, 6X versus 7X, but yeah, apart from that, strap yourselves in and let's go. Hey guys, the super exciting news, the Garmin 7 is now out. I've ordered it and looks exactly like this. Yeah, it's going to be here soon. It's the 7X that I've gone for with the titanium kind of weight. So I'm just going to run through the features now. So yeah, they're obviously boasting about the touchscreen. I myself have used the Vivo Active 3. It was my favourite Garmin watch, and yeah, this is massive news for me. I've always liked the ease of being able to scroll through things via touch. And obviously by giving the users the option to use either the touchscreen or the buttons, I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, they've got the new Elevate 4 sensor in, so that's increased accuracy with the SpO2, and especially the heart rate sensor. And for myself, with this 6X Solar Titanium Pro, that was something that wasn't great. I mean, I had the Enduro band, and I really had to cinch it down quite tight to, you know, achieve that lockdown that I needed. It's gone up in weight, which is not great. Yeah, we're looking at what I have here is the 6X Solar Pro Titanium, which is 54 kilograms, so 54 grams. So it feels really lightweight. And if you're going to stick with this size for the battery life gains, then you're going to be going up in weight. So that's a shame. And you'll be going up to 60 grams. So it's gone up, yeah, an extra 6. Obviously, with the Enduro band, you can bring that weight back down again. But you're never going to achieve the lightness of the 6X Solar Titanium Pro from last year. So yeah, that's the bad news, but there is good news, and it's that you don't need to go this big. I'm obviously putting in the hard work for you guys. I'll be putting out these videos soon, but you can actually go for the model down, the 7, and get the exact same battery life as what you would have had to have worn the big one for last year. So it can actually get 57 hours of GPS now, matching this 60 hours pretty much, you know. With the increased solar capacity that you can see here, a small little band, it's bigger on the new one, and you're going to get, I think, like 300% more sunlight coming through. What that means, though, is that, yeah, you're going to get a lot more hours. Again, I do really want to point out, look how thin this band is, this solar band, which you can just about see. To be honest, I like the visual look of that. You can barely notice it, which is cool. But the increased 300%, you know, solar charging is wicked. So guys, just to run into the features of this watch, you have the 42mm, you have the 47mm, which is the middle of the ground standard model, and they have the 51mm. So you've got the small wrists, medium wrists, and large wrists, or people who don't give a F like me. The weights that they come in at, I mean, you're just gonna have to look at these yourself, but you can get a lower weight one, you can get a higher weight one, and one in the middle. And then if you want to size up and get the extra battery life, you can opt to pay for the titanium options and lose 6 grams. So you'll take 6 grams off of the weight. So for example, with the Fenix 7X, so you can either have a 68 gram Fenix 7X, or you can have a 61 gram Fenix 7X with the titanium coating for the extra 100 quid, whatever it costs. So I think in terms of the navigation, in terms of the maps, which you can access whenever you want on these devices, they have a new up ahead feature. So you'll be running on a trail, you'll check your up ahead feature, and it will say, look, there's a water source, lake, maybe potentially, in 2 miles. And actually there's a service station in 6 miles where you can get food, and your finish line is 5 days away. Yes, that's really cool. Now, for anyone who loved the Pace Pro feature, which is something I've never used, which is horrific, I should have at least given it a go, but they've got this Stamina Pro, and it's the exact same thing, except it's showing kind of your stamina threshold, or maybe the stamina you've got compared to like the effort you're putting out. I actually like this feature. I think it's really cool. I think it's very novel. Whether it's practical or not, obviously, I don't know, we'll have to see users test that. I'm looking forward to testing that myself because yeah, as a football player, I always think in terms of how much stamina have I got left, and maybe haven't quite got down the pacing thing. My pacing's all over the place, but stamina is something that yeah, I'd kind of agree with that. Throughout the race would maintain steady and steadily decline. It's a bit more easier for me to conceptualize that idea. But yeah, it's still got the wonderful kind of workout suggestions, the visual race predictor, the daily workout. Yeah, so it's not called Stamina Pro, it's called Real-Time Stamina. And obviously the recovery advisor, which is awesome. What's been really interesting is this new navigate on a beaten track feature with the light. I mean, it looks absolutely sick, that you can activate an LED flashlight with 4 different levels of brightness to get a lit up path if you are lost out without a flashlight. You've maybe injured yourself on the way down from the mountains and you have that backup resource. With this increased battery life on the 6X, 89 hours of GPS screen on time, I mean, you're not going to be worrying about battery life, even with this LED on. Really cool feature for this niche kind of subgroup. And also, obviously, all the ABC sensors, the altimeter, barometer, compass, still there, and it was accurate anyway, so I don't think they could have improved that because it was already so genuinely so good. But what they seem to have proved is this multi-band GNSS support. So Kuros call it this dual band frequency, and hopefully what that means, and this was a massive issue for this, hopefully what that means is that you can actually access real-time pacing that's accurate to the pace that you're actually going. Now that sounds stupid, it sounds like, why can't the watch just do that? And you'd be right to ask that. What's always been weird with this watch is the output, the actual GPS track always looks really good to me. But when you're running through the trees, underneath trees next to tall buildings, it just struggles in real time to give you that accurate information. It's quite bad. I mean, you could be running a 7-minute mile and it's telling you you're doing 11 to 12 minutes, so really off. And then as soon as you get past that tree cover, you're back to business. You upload to Strava, it's all normal, the data's fine. It's just, if you are kind of under trees, next to tall buildings, in a city marathon, for example, looking for the accurate pace, this hasn't been the best user experience. And us more technical users have added the data field called average time or average pacing, which gives us a more accurate depiction of how fast we're actually going. So that's been the way around it, and it's been fine for me doing it that way. And if you're really tech savvy, you've installed your apps from the Connect service from Garmin, and you can get running apps that if you're in a race, for example, past the mile marker or the 6-mile marker, you click your little lap button, telling the watch that you have indeed ran 6 miles, and it's just constantly adjusting that pace just so it's giving you the accurate time, which obviously if you're going for a PB is super important. They've still got the music, they've still got the maps, and they've still got 32 gigabytes of storage space. Now this, I don't know, might not be a good thing for you. If you've wanted the increase in capacity and you've hit the limit on how many Spotify tracks you've been able to get onto your watch, then it's bad news for you. But yeah, like I say, I don't know, I think Garmin still need to do more in terms of giving the user the ability to download podcasts and other audio formats, because it's hard to fill up 32 gigabytes with the system we've got now. It's just a bit, it bogs you down a bit. You can't be asked to do it. I'll take my phone with me anyway. But the option's there for you. Just to finish off, so a lot of you might be asking, look, how far away are we from the Apple Watch with the swiping features, with the touchscreen? We've moved up in the world now, us Garmin folk. And how far is this from the Apple Watch? And we're miles away, let's face it. The Garmin Pay isn't great on this. I don't even know, I mean, Santander, is that how you say it? I think they're the only UK bank that I've actually heard of that allow me to use the Garmin banking. LTE, I mean, this is the best watch they're putting out at the moment, and still we're not getting the LTE features, especially in the UK. We've not even seen the 945 LTE at all. You can't order it. You can get it imported into the UK, and pay the outrageous service charges and still not have access to the, the Garmin online features because they just haven't created that infrastructure here yet. So really kind of falling behind, especially in UK and other places in Europe, I'm sure, and around the world with the LTE features. And that's can be frustrating because your friends who aren't as into running as you are running around calling their family from their watch, using the walkie-talkie feature, using the maps, for example, using their cool navigational apps that are using the GPS feature as well as the LTE, and just sending text casually and stuff. So we are so close. We've got the touchscreen, we've got all these features, which is amazing for the athlete, but let's make the athlete safer by giving them the LTE reassurance that if they do break a leg on that mountain, or they go out for their 10K and suffer some cardiac pain, for example, which is becoming more frequent at the moment, then they actually can click the assist me function and not just have it, search for the phone connection whilst you're laying there with your cardiac pain, your broken leg, and Garmin's just trying their best to can't find your phone. I'm recording this with my phone. My phone's here, but this feature, you can tell, is not the best. You wouldn't rely on it. But anyway, just to finish up now, if you have watched to the end, then you're more of a nerd than I am, so well on you. And yeah, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. I will be putting out that professional content soon. Please give me the benefit of the doubt as a startup channel. And if you want to see a cool documentary that I've done, just click in my videos, check my Ultra X documentary. I've got some cool drone footage and I'm really proud of that. And you can see maybe where I want to take this channel. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.